Cat, stop tearing up my couch. Don't fall off the bed, chunker. You heard that too? What was my stomach? My guts moving around in there. I have had a genius idea. Like, genius. And I cannot wait. Okay, I'm going to have to find the comb. And I got to brush my cat because this kitty is hairy. You're hairy. You're hairy. Yeah. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah. I love you. Keyboard? What keyboard? Thank you, Lavender. Hello. Cat hair all over my damn I love this sweet mommy. I love you. So anyway, I have a really good idea. I'm going to find a vintage, antique, whatever, a scythe. You know, like the old lawnmowers where the man just like and then cuts the grass. I'm getting one of those. I'm going to get a scythe and I'm going to learn how to use it over the course of this spring and this summer. So this time next year, guys, I'm going to be the scything girl. Subliminal scythes. Really excited because it looks so incredibly satisfying. And all I do in the spring and summer is weed eat. So how cool would it be if I just like got out there and started using a scythe? It's so much faster than using a fucking it's faster than using a lot of modern technology actually. And works better. Um Girl, you are literally shedding. What is going on? You've never shed your hair like this. Orly! God, Lord. Ow, my hips are. Yes, today is 3/3 plus there's a full blood moon last night. This today it's still right now. And when the moon was at its highest point in the sky, it was at 33 degrees. And if you do the math, like 3 it's like 3 day. So yes. Oh, be right back. So yeah. Um March, by the way, I don't know if you know this. March is my birthday is in 2 weeks. My birthday is on March 16th. And March is the luckiest, most high vibe energy month of the entire year. Anything that happens to you in March is going to set the tone for your entire year. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go potty outside? Because we can go outside right now. Come on, let's go outside and go potty and see what's going on. It's sunny outside. Come on. Come on, let's go outside. Come on, let's go outside. Dude, I could just see it now. I'm gonna be so physically fucking fit. Oh. Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna be so strong. I'm gonna be like strong like a man farmer from the 1940s. I'm coming. Go. Do you need medicine in your ears? Do you want me to put medicine in your ears? Yeah? Okay. Load up or sit. It looks so good. Freeze. Ah. Your ears look so good. Mm-mm-mm. You can run, but you can't hide. Come here. Come here. Okay, I guess I can do it over there. Oh no, I don't want to do it next to the open flame. Come over here. Right there. Right there. Stay. Come here, come here. Ah! Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Good job. Good job, Potato Man. Come on, outside, go party. Now he smells like peaches. Millions of peaches. Peaches puppy. Millions of peaches. Brush the kitty. Ooh. Is this wet? Uh-oh. Oh no! 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 The cat hair's ruined! Oh no! Oh no! I saved the hair from all of my animals. This is from the cats I don't have anymore. I'm gonna have to wash that. The stuff that we spray on the firewood to make it, like if the firewood is drying and it gets moldy or mildewy, the stuff that you spray on it is basically peroxide, so I figured that should work, right? It's working great, actually. It's working perfectly. I'm not going to be able to use this now for a little bit while it dries, though. That's so sad. I didn't know that either. Yeah, if it's only on like wood, so like, the wood is absorbent and you don't want to put a bunch of like chemicals that are going to burn off. So I was asking him, I was like, you're going to spray that? Because we were separating the firewood yesterday. If it had like a bloom on it, we put it to the side and he's like, I'm going to spray that. And I was like, if you spray it, isn't that like chemical gonna burn off when you put it in your stove? And he's like, well, it's essentially peroxide. That's all it really is just peroxide. And I was like, really? Okay, cool. I mean, it's working great. It's 100% just working. So give it some time to do its thing, and then I can comb the shishka pants out of my kitty. Thank you. I do like having long hair. Does it go down the road? What does that mean? It's not a short bus. I don't. I'm not in the mood for call that a sickle mower for cutting tall grass or hay. Yeah, I've already. I'm actually. There's a local person. Well, they're kind of local, who actually has a physical one for sale. So I'm hoping that um I'm hoping that it's closer than I'm thinking it is. But I might go get that one in person. I'm also looking on the internet for a sickle. Um, Gotta do my morning chores. Have a great time doing your morning chores, sissy. Look what I'm gonna get. Where you go? Look what I'm looking for. Like that. That's gonna be me. So they have all different kinds. Obviously, that's not real, but this is pretty much what I'm looking for. Something like that. I like that one a lot. I'm not worried about that. And it's not like I'm going to be paying like hundreds of dollars. Like, it's like $60. And it's a tool for work and I need it. Like, I was talking to like my job yesterday, and I sent him I sent him a video of someone using a scythe, and I was like, dude, just think about that. Like, it doesn't make any noise. It's like, it's efficient. And he's like, well, you'll have to sharpen it a lot. And I was like, yeah, they make little things that you wear. It's like a leather strap. It's attached to you, and you pull out your stone and you sharpen your stone, every 5 minutes or so. Totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. Doable. I have this really cool guy who I'm friends with here on social media. His account is called Wes Does It, and he is a fabricator. He fabricates metal and he builds things out of wood. So I reached out to Wes and I was like, hey, if I find really cheap a vintage blade, would you be able to make the stick for it? And so hopefully that will work out, because then it will be less expensive, less of a, because we could both do we could um cross cross advertise for one another. So he'd probably give me a little discount. Definitely not a liberal, but please do continue, all of you guys who have bad discernment. Please tell us your judgments so that we can go, yep, okay. So we know who you are. Please just keep announcing yourselves. Well, Amber, if you hang out in this chat long enough, you will meet people that live the lifestyle similar to what I live. But there's a lot of trolls in here right now. My account is doing really well. And because my account is doing really well, the majority of the people that are coming into my live stream are not my supporters. They're just, I'm randomly on the FYP. So I'm getting a lot of trolls, I guess, for lack of a better term, just, bored, miserable people who are desperate to make me as miserable as they are. And so they say hateful, hurtful things to me. It doesn't hurt me. I don't care. Say all the hateful things you want. You're literally paying me to talk shit to me. Go for it. So, there's that. But the good parts of the chat are excellent. The bad parts are just whatever. Are you all done? Are you ready to come inside? I have to get my dough. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you all done? Whoa. He's a good boy. He gets good boy treats. So yeah, I'm doing some research on using the scythe. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos today on the basics, like
Have you ever tried scything and felt that you really didn't get the hang of it? Or you just want to learn scything from the start? Well, I'm here to help you. I've been working with this tool professionally for 15 years and I just love it. It's so addictive. The feeling when you smoothly cut the grass without friction, can't get enough of it. In this video, I'm giving you a brief introduction into scythe mowing. Let's go. So first we learn the body movements without the scythe in our hands. And place yourself in a kind of Tai Chi position with a slightly bent knees, broad, wide legs, and start to moving from side to side. Really feel that you move your spine like this, vertical, and really put 100% of the weight on that foot and 100% here. So, like this. Next step is to get use of the core muscles.
that's why I'm so excited about this, because of the core muscle workout that it's gonna give me.
Edge elbow.
So excited.
Like this. Combine these two movements. There you have actually the
No, I'm not from Ohio. I've never been to Ohio, actually.
So now we take the scythe in the hands and start to practice with that.
Yes, Jamie and Davis. I let them say whatever they want for the most part.
Really important not to be afraid of the ground. The blade needs to be in touch with the ground. So try this. Put your right arm with force downwards and
Sheila, you should make a post. You should in the community area of my YouTube channel. So if you go to my channel, if you go to my page, there is a community place. Is it in the posts? Where is it? How do you find it? It was a little community bar at the top of my cell phone. It says like community right here on my cell phone, but It doesn't show it here. Oh, yes, this is it. So if you go to my posts, there should be community tab thing, and you should be able to post in here. So Sheila, feel free to post photographs of the bus that you have for sale in the Subliminal Locks community. People will see it, maybe, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much how I am. Catherine. What? But yeah, so
Try to like push the scythe blade over the gravel like this. And if you have a line between your toe tips, start with the tip of your blade there and finish at the same line. And don't go too much forward to feel that you can stand here with a straight spine. And the more force you can have into the ground, better it is. Relax your hands on the way back, let the tip stay in, and then push it forward.
I feel like this is an Austrian scythe.
To hear this noise is a really good lesson because as it's a little bit lifted with a lay, the actually cutting edge will not touch the stones. So it's really good if there are some loose stones on that gravel road. And really let the snath go around your hip and the thigh.
Nap.
So push it towards you. Yes, now we will now we will move on to a lawn, short lawn, and try to cut some grass. So what's the point of practicing on a short lawn? Yes, you can't cheat with lifting your scythe blade. You need to press it down all the time. And if you can mow this one, then you can mow everything. Because you need to have every angle right and every shot and to have the correct sharpness.
Ooh.
Depth. Press it down.
Ugh, it gives me the tingles watching him cut the grass with the scythe.
And when you're practiced on a short lawn, then go out in the high grass and just start mowing. And I'll show you and give you some more advice. Yeah, and now we'll come to the fun part, really, and that's the high grass. And the scythe is so much more effective than the strimmer in high grass when you really know how to do this. Just apply your things from before and really think that you work in front of your body and also work on your left hand part of your body, so you don't get the shape of a quarter circle. You should rather have the shape in front of you as a new moon or as the silhouette of a swift in the sky. And try to keep the scythe a little bit close to you and let the feet and the small steps decide exactly how much grass you cut. Small acceleration, catch, press your hand.
Dude, this is gonna be like life-changing for me.
Let the scythe blade like roll over. So the first part, when you catch the grass, you have the pressure down here. When you're right in front of you, you have the pressure here, and then roll over. So at the end of the stroke, you have the pressure here at the tip. And that's how you get an even surface of the cutted grass. Because if you let the tip go up at the end, you will have a slope up at the end with uncutted grass. The same if you let go up like here, you'll have this half pipe.
Yeah, so you can't do doming or you'll get like the half pipe shape of grass. So you have to keep the tip pointed down so the tip is always catching slightly lower and the middle is just evening it out.
You see also
Guys,
the row. And actually, this ring is a little bit lifted here.
look at the satisfaction. Oh, look at that. It's gonna be me, y'all.
So what you just saw was a little bit closer to my normal working tempo, but a really, really good exercise is to see how slow can you do this and with how low or how less effort. So try to not get so
I
wide and not get so
dreadlocked
deep,
my hair
and really
in
hardly just let
2011,
them and let almost just
and
the weight of
my
the
hair
side
was
itself
already to my
come
back,
along
like the top of my ass when I dreadlocked it.
and
So I
stay.
haven't cut my hair short since 1999.
Yes, but
Mm,
this
maybe like 2003 or 4.
no,
2005.
and stand
No, that's not true. Probably
next
2008.
with this. He walked out. He couldn't walk without a stick. But then he took his scythe instead, and then he started mowing really, really perfect.
Yeah, sissy, right? Sissy knows what I do for work.
And it's a really good and
You're
calming
really not even like
exercise for your body. It's good
lifting, or you're just really just staying vertical and
bend
going side to side.
straight. You open up your chest if you're standing in the right position. So it's a fantastic way of exercising and keeping your body fit, even if you're getting a little bit older. And for the kids, it's super. I mean, they can start from there, like 4 years old. At least mine did. So now you got the brief introduction into the mowing part, but there.
Can you imagine me and Elliot next to each other doing this? Look at this, how much fun it could be, all of us in the field together.
About scything and mowing on my YouTube channel. For example, this one, which is about
You guys.
with the hang poles and
Yesterday, I was wishing I had a scythe. I pulled blackberries out. Yesterday there was like, I don't know, it was probably like 4 feet tall, and it was a section that was probably 6 or 8 feet wide. And so it's a bathroom, an outdoor bathroom building, and around the side of the building and all down the hill. So like there's like an 6 to 8 foot section next to the building, and then the way that the land is situated, it's like a where you would put like decorative or ornamental bushes. It's like an area like that, and it slopes down, but it was overrun. That whole area was completely overrun with blackberries and English vines, English ivy. And so I had to, all he had was the little ones. I like the loppers, the one that are like scissors, whack, 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 and just get in there and go nuts. Um, and take all the long blackberry like tendrils, take those out, get rid of them, and then go back with the hoary hoary and like pull out the roots. That's what I was doing all day yesterday. And I mean all day yesterday. From I got up to work at like 10. So from 10 until 4, I had a lunch break of like 30 minutes. But so from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., I was just cutting all that shit down. And it would have been so nice to have a scythe, because I could have come in there and gone whoosh, and chopped down all of the shit at, like, about this high off the ground, and then just rolled it into a, because blackberries are all tangled, and because of their own pokey needles, if you have overgrown blackberry bushes and you cut them at the ground like you're shaving hair, but you don't take off the big stuff, you can literally fold all of the blackberry stuff into a big ball. It'll stay all tangled up, and then you could just roll the ball somewhere, throw it in the fire, or put it through the chipper or whatever. But that's what I did yesterday, and I get in there with my whole body. I wear overalls that are like thick, insulated Carhartts. They're falling apart. I desperately need a new pair. But I need to look on a vintage website and find uh like an older pair that's in good shape instead of these new fandangled ones. The denim they make today is not the same. None of the components that I would be able to purchase today new from Carhartt are as high quality as it was even as little as 20 years ago. So the pair I have are about 30 years old. But they have been used, and I mean used, and they are literally just going threadbare because they're so loved. And I've used them almost every day for the last 4 years. So and I go to work with them, so, like, yeah, I love them, but I need new ones. And I'll get in there in the blackberries, and I will use my body to push the blackberry stuff out of the way. So you cut it down low, and then you start putting it into a ball, and then I'll step on it, and I'll use the middle of my body and my legs like a rake. I'll use my legs as if I'm raking, and I'll shuffle my feet and pick up as much as I can, kind of like if I was like trying to scoop kids' toys into one pile. That's what it feels like. Anyway, I'm fucking so excited. I cannot fucking wait to get a scythe. And see, y'all don't know this because all you've seen of me and my content is me on my days off, or like me at home, or me at my job. But when I first started posting on like TikTok and like actually making videos, I never used to be a video person. I used to be a written post kind of person. And I hated videos. I would never watch videos. If some video popped up, I'd never watch it. I didn't do videos. I just got no time for that. I'll read it. If you type it out, I'll read it, but I'm not going to watch a video. But then I started on 2020 or 2021, I started on TikTok, and that's when I was in transition in my life. I was living in a van, then I bought the bus, and all of that is at the very beginning of my TikTok. The purchasing of the bus, the purchasing of the land. And then once I got into my bus, I had a wood stove in my bus. So I had to learn how to chop firewood. And that's what for the first three years of me posting on TikTok and making social media, 99% of the posts that I made were me chopping firewood. That was like what I was known as, is the mom with red dreadlocks who lives in a bus in the woods and chops firewood all the time. That was like um that was my original like niche or whatever. No, I cannot do a kickflip. I have never been able to rollerblade or roller skateboard. I can roller skate with the quads, but I can't. I never caught on to the rollerblading and skateboarding. My ex-husband, he was a skateboarder. I used to film them. I used to be the camera person, and my husband and our best friend Fred, because we were like best friends from 14 onward. So, I would film Fred and Josh doing jackass stuff in the parking lot. They'd push each other in grocery carts and hit the parking stump and tumble into the ditch and stuff and skateboard. They had a half pipe and a rail that they built, and where Josh lived. So like my house in the neighborhood was here and Fred's house in the neighborhood was here. And whenever we would go to do skateboard stuff, we'd go to Josh's. And whenever we'd like watch movies and smoke weed and do other things, we'd go to my house because my mom was the cool mom, aka the terrible parent. Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna dance with somebody who loves me. I need to put on some clothing. We gotta get ready to go. Be an adult. Hello, Papa. Dude, Papa Kilo. Listen, if you know me, I shouldn't have to say anything. I just have to show you something. Yes, this is an All Real Monsters onesie.
Would you just thought let's go to like normal work tempo, but a really size see how those
It's me from the future. Dude, this is 100% going to be. Look at how much space you can cover in such a small time. And I 100% will be doing it barefoot wherever possible. Are you kidding me right now? I'm going to be in such good shape. See, you don't know shit, Buckeye. Are you talking to the chat? Because I do this every day. Work. Anyway, Papa, it's going to be me from the future. I'm really excited. Corgi, you should try knitting or crochet! Exclamation point. Think of all the things you could make while you're sitting watching court cases! Exclamation points. That's what I do on my day off. I'll teach you! Exclamation point. I just know how you do it before we get to the top. It's so broad. I don't know how you even word it. I mean, I'll have to sit down and try to work the support and the state trying to come up with a broad admonishment for the I just don't know it's going to have much effect because she's going to be all over the place. There is a lot of. Oh, let me show you this before I. They not be unreasonable. I recognize their theory. I disagree with it. I recognize it. So yeah, it's Crumb from All Real Monsters, and it has Velcro on the hand right here. It's got a bunch of dog hair in it, but it came with eyeballs, and so at that point, I feel like I'm gonna want contemporaneous instruction, and I may look for it because I think rules. Oh. A lot of it you can't tell until you hear it as it comes in because it may have a foundation and it may not. And if it doesn't, I mean, that time it's significant because they haven't established how it's linked to motive, they haven't established how it's linked to relevance to this case because of the temporal distance, because it's so far removed from any argument of motive. And at that point, we need to have a quick break and just talk about it. But I'm going to try to, not be unrealistic about what I expect you will allow in, but I also want the ability to object when I think she's gone very past what we're doing. Can we have an agreement that there will be no speaking? Yes, I wasn't planning on doing that anyway. Yeah.
Too disruptive. I mean, I say 4143444B, but I won't elaborate. I got at least put something.
Yeah, and don't say the same three rules every time.
Yeah.
Mr. Blair, if anything further on this. The hope is that Brian not unnecessarily slow down the presentation of evidence, but it just may not be possible to
Your Honor, I think it's interesting. I don't know. I think because by objecting alone, it may draw attention to the amount of 404B evidence.
So when
There may be a Streisand effect.
speaking objection, I remember when so what's the other trial that doesn't like speaking objections? So I can only for this portion. So I was like, okay, you can object, but you don't need to do the foundation, relevance.
So
I'm in a live stream
seems to me if that's their choice.
as well. Let's do.
We can do that.
What are we gonna wear today? What clothes are we gonna choose? What are we gonna wear today? I think I might go. Full.
So cute.
I'm gonna put on my uniform. It'll just make life easier.
Oh, but then again, Core TV does bump their pink. I don't know. Let's see. It's more like a light pink here. That pink, I think. All right, wait. Marjorie, morning.
On Friday, no problem.
Whoa. Oh, they're so pretty. Yeah, probably it would be so pretty without all that garbage on my face. And then I get harassed by men, unwanted dick pics. But what I have found is that since I did this, I just don't get bothered. And I'll take it. It's the world we live in today where girls have to intentionally ugly up themselves just so that we can like just exist on this planet without fear of being raped. So I don't get a bunch of cat calls anymore. I don't get bothered, and it's so nice. I'm solo by choice. I don't want no man. Where is my vest and my apron?
Witness number. Don't worry, I will slow it back down. I just space through the unnecessaries. 20. She looks like 28, maybe. Witness number. Dun. 27. 27. Yes. Okay. Witness number 7 at 27.
I could use one of those things for like long sleeves, maybe. In case it's a little on the colder side.
Yeah, Brooke tearing to and forensic outside.
But see, I don't have to pull it off every time I have to pee. I try to pee off the side.
Detective would be too stressful for me. Too stressful. Brooke Harrington.
That's spelled KARRINGTO.
Yes. Oh, with K.
What do you do for a living?
I am a forensic accountant.
What is a forensic accountant?
Well, it is based on accounting that takes it some extra steps. Further than that, I look for a lot of the source of funds, the disposition of funds, what the transactions really mean, more than just the balancing transactions and getting to black and white number at the bottom, which I understand.
I might just have to.
Why things make sense in intelligence. Didn't find it all.
Wonder.
What ma'am is your education and training in forensic accounting?
I don't want to have to wear a onesie.
Or
I want some sleeves.
I'm bachelor's in English in BA, and I have several certifications. This.
What's your employer?
Don't want to wear extra small today. This is a small. Might be all right.
Can you teach or present as it relates to forensic
I
accounting?
just don't want to be tight on my arms.
Students.
I think all I have is the extra smalls, though. Ooh, Okay,
I am
this will work.
being
And this will prevent me from having to put on a whole ass other shirt.
the university has this is good.
We do also have a hand in developing the curriculum for that course.
I did. I think that we scratched it. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Graham, have you testified as an expert before?
Yes.
Have you testified in state cases,
State cases, yes.
federal cases?
Federal cases, yes.
Have you testified on behalf of both plaintiffs and defendant?
That's not finished.
That's correct, yes.
State.
Where are the things that I made for myself last year?
Hundreds. I don't know how many.
When did you begin testifying?
I think the first time I testified for real was
I have a bunch of crochet stuff I made, but
And consistently since
I
then?
don't remember what color the vests were. I just won't wear crochet.
Did the state engage you to forensically examine Corey Richards' finances and related business practices leading up to shortly after Eric Richards' death?
yes.
And to evaluate Eric Richards' estate at the time?
What?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, there's humidity in my drawers. I'm gonna have to wash all these clothes again. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
State restrict the time frame?
No.
The state restrict.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not wearing that then. T-shirt it is.
Any restrictions?
No.
Did the state engage you on May the 31st?
I'll just wear a sweater.
Yes.
Is Summit County paying you for your time?
Yes, they are.
Are they paying you at your customary rate?
Yes, that's right. So you know what that means? You're about to find a lot of information in this just
Right.
going through people's financial stuff, like, oh man, kind of interesting. I mean, we went through Murdoch's financial stuff, not in like the detailed, like his bank accounts and all that stuff. We went through like, the financial fraud stuff, and it was like, oh my god, this shit is wild.
Compared to the state of
So much money. Good morning, hello.
Did you perform forensic accounting work for the estate of Eric Richards?
Yes, they did.
What accounting work did you perform for the estate of Eric Richards?
As I recall, most of the focus at that time was the use of by Corey Richards the estates, the family money, and particularly the $151 that she was thinking about against the family.
Did there come a time you stopped working for the estate of Eric Richards?
Yes.
When was that?
Like I began working for them when Corey Richards filed a lawsuit against Katie Benson as the trustee of her estate. And so that was the very end of April into May of 2022. And then I worked throughout that summer. And then at some point the estate got new attorneys. And I had a Zoom call maybe two with them to kind of get them up to speed. And then after that, I didn't have a lawyer in the case. I recall maybe they asked me for some follow-up to clarify some of the work that I'd already done. So it's really hard for me to determine exactly when I stopped working, but by the end, by the following Tuesday too, I was done. I did have some additional kind of follow-up stuff. It's kind of a cloudy answer, but that's my best guess.
Did the estate of Eric Richards pay you approximately $14,000 for your services?
Yes.
After they paid you,
Yep, and you know what? Get that out of the way now, because when the defense does their cross-examination, they're gonna be like, oh, well, Eric's Richards estate paid you, the family hired you. How much have they paid you? So it's like, you know what? Get it out of the way now. I think it's good. Hey, Cheryl.
do you have any further interaction with the estate of Eric Richards?
No.
Now, what documents did you study to conduct your forensic analysis related to this case?
I review all hundreds of thousands of documents, and their needs of these, the loan agreements for the loans on those properties, loan agreements for a set of paying loans that Richards are. I used to see filings that are filed with the state of Utah simply for those loans. Bank account statements for 27 accounts, and those include family accounts that Eric Richards and Corey Richards share, from which they pay their household expenses. Eric's business accounts, Corey Richards' business accounts, her personal accounts, checking accounts at American First Credit Union, Navy Federal Credit Union, credit card accounts, the home equity line of credit account. I also reviewed. We're just talking documents.
Let's continue with documents. Did you review any emails?
Tons of emails for many different purposes. I reviewed insurance policies and insurance payout documents, the
estate planning documents like the will, the trust, the premarital agreements, the buy-sell agreement that Eric Richards and his business partner had for their business. I reviewed the real estate purchase contracts, the REPCs for most or all of the properties, specifically the 12 or 13 on the Big Midway House.
Did you speak with anybody? Did you speak with anyone as part of your analysis?
I did.
Who did you speak with, or what types of people did you speak with?
Okay, so I interviewed a number of people. Interviewed the CPA who had done tax accounting work for the Richards. I interviewed the realtor Mike Mullenrose. I interviewed the insurance companies. I interviewed bank representatives. I interviewed lenders. I interviewed the prior owner of the Big Midway House, the current owners of the Midway House, the building department of Wasatch County. That's the permitting entity for Big Midway House.
Did you
missing somebody? But
did you interview any representatives from insurance companies?
yes, I did.
Yep, I see why her testimony is going to be all day, every day.
For
Narrative.
examining someone's finances.
My process usually begins with the bank account statements because though
Oh my gosh, The Accountant was actually a pretty good movie. I really liked it. It's not my typical, like, I don't like action movies, but I actually enjoyed it.
that tells a lot about a business or a person, and helps me understand the landscape of things and helps create a narrative because those are the things where it tells me the source of funds, how much it is, how often it comes in, how it's used. And you think about someone who has young kids at home, their expenses are going to look very different than people who are later on in their life, and so it describes a lot. And then also what's left over at the end of the month, and what things look like over time, and that helps me understand. Then I get to know an account specifically, and I get to know what's typical in that account, and then therefore it helps me understand what is atypical, so what's not typical. And it also helps me understand the different points along the chronology about what happened when, and that is also very informative.
Does that inform the narrative that you referenced?
Yes, it does.
Let's please now step through how you applied your methodology in this case. Okay.
Okay.
Did you apply your methodology in this case by first analyzing Corey Richards' bank accounts?
That was my beginning point. Yes.
Oh
What
gosh.
bank accounts did she have?
She had her business account for K. Richards Realty, and that's at America First Credit Union. And we refer to the bank account number by the last four digits, just for brevity, 6577. And then she had a personal checking account at America First Credit Union that's technically a joint checking account. It was opened about the time that Eric and Corey Richards got married. Over time, I can't see any indication that Eric ever even used that account. So that's what I refer to as Corey's personal account 5244. Her Navy Federal Credit Union account. There's just there's a line of credit there and a checking account. Checking account especially is one that becomes important. The family account at America First Credit Union, that's where the household expenses were paid. It's a joint account. 2204 is that one. And then
I know that's crazy. She's got this memorized. Okay, she's got the number memorized. Oh man, she was in the trenches with these bank accounts.
you asked me about Corey's accounts, but I also looked at Eric's business accounts, 7664, and then he also had a personal account.
Let's go back to Corey Richards' accounts.
Okay.
You mentioned business accounts. To analyze her business accounts, you first have to understand her business.
Yes, that's helpful.
Scott, can I get 4-4, please?
4-4, please, Scott. Thank you, Scott. We love you, Scott. We appreciate you.
Can you see 4-4? I'm sorry, I'm blocked out here.
Yes, I can.
Requires a password. You're not. Okay.
Oh, K. Richards Realty filed with the state of Utah, and this was returned in response to a subpoena that the prosecution sent to the state.
Your Honor, the state knows 4-4 in the evidence.
You and JLo have that in common. Oh my gosh, yes, they didn't. They like started off the relation. They started up the relationship again, and then they broke up after a year, right, or something. Poor JLo, man. JLo she had so much hate in the past year. I like watching JLo movies.
Okay, now what, beginning with the header, does this document tell us?
It tells us the registration number, which is a number the state gives it. The business name is K. Richards Realty LLC. It's a limited liability company. It was registered April 26th of 2019.
Page 2, Scott.
Scott!
What does this page tell us?
Well, it repeats the name of the business, K. Richards Realty. Article 2 shows that it's in the business of selling and buying real estate.
Did you investigate kind of what part of the selling and buying of real estate business Corey Richards was involved in?
Yes.
What part?
Well, she's a licensed realtor, but mostly she's in the business of buying and selling real estate for the purpose of fixing and flipping it. So buying a home, remodel.
I hate flippers. Flippers in LA are so bad. I'm not sure there's like some good flippers that are out there, but for the most part, like, oh my God, the flippers that come in and they flip these homes and they're like pieces of shit and they like sell them for so expensive. Oh God, I hate it so much. So whenever I hear flippers, I'm like, oh God, oh, I hate it.
Modeling it, rehabbing it, and selling it.
If you could look down at Article 3, what information does this provide?
This shows who the registered agent is, and that is Corey Richards, and the 282 Willow Court in Camas is the family home.
Did you investigate whether K. Richards Realty used any additional business addresses?
Yes.
Did she?
Yes.
Do you know that address?
Yes, it's a P.O. Box in Camas, P.O. Box 759 in Camas.
Page 3, please, Scott.
It's so difficult when you can't see shit. I need to do my eyebrows too.
Where the members of that company are listed, and this lists Eric Richards at the family home.
Can we go back down, Scott? Next page, please. What, ma'am, does this tell us?
So this is, as it states, the online changes. It's very typical for companies when ownership changes or the address changes that they can go into the portal and change things. So this shows that 4 days later, the previous member was changed to be Corey Garvin Richards, removing Eric Richards.
So am I right then that the business was registered on April the 26th and then in Eric Richards' name, and then 4 days later, the member was.
I'm sorry, Hurricane Remy just arrived. I don't know if you guys heard that. His cone just like banging against the wall, the fucking light stand. I know they recently split, but I didn't know they got married. What?
Changed to Corey Richards.
That's right.
Going forward, did the member remain Corey Richards?
That's correct. I've checked it periodically and there have been no changes.
Thanks, Scott.
I can't see him.
What, in terms of financing and accounting, is an alter ego?
An alter ego is where there are a couple of businesses or a business and a person that are so related that they're indistinguishable. And that can be the commingling of funds, or one relies so heavily on the other for capitalization. There's such sameness that there's no distinguishing one from the other.
Did you analyze the relationship between Corey Richards and K. Richards Realty to determine whether there are any indicators that they are alter egos of each other?
I did.
Are there any indicators?
There are many, yes.
And what are they?
Oh, there's a mirror on this. That's right.
Use of funds, the transfer of funds between the business and the person assist each other. There is a sameness, the same addresses are used, the same accounts are used. The business account is primarily for business, but there are many personal expenses that do appear there. And so, and the capitalization for the business squarely comes from the books of corporations.
When analyzing Corey Richards' business and personal accounts, what first struck you?
Well, I usually take a first pass and just to try and absorb things. And when I got to October 2021, there are many transactions that didn't clear the bank. Either they didn't clear the bank without a fee. Some of them were overdrafted and paid by the bank, and some were just returned non-sufficient funds. Most of us know that as NSF. And the account was perpetually in the hole. Even though there was money coming in, it was going out at a very exhaustive pace. And then
Let me stop you there. Well, can I get 5-106 Delta?
Man, you know Corey hates the shit out of this woman, okay? She's exposing everything about Corey. Oh, what are you doing over there? You just believe that. Woo. Corey was not the successful business person that she wanted people to think of her as.
Ma'am, do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
Did you prepare this document?
I'm just going to do
This is drawn directly from the K. Richards Realty
in public
account.
things, so I figured
And
I don't often make myself. The only thing I'm really doing different is I put on eyeshadow. I don't normally do that, but I pretty much always, if I'm gonna put mascara on, do my eyebrows.
Let's zoom in on this. What's
It's usually the extent of my makeup is just eyebrows and eyelashes.
So this is just the overdraft and non-sufficient funds transactions for each of these months, just in that one account. And so I started in January of 2021, and this follows through March 2022.
does this provide us? Does this tell us that for that 15-month period there were 236 overdraft or non-sufficient fund transactions in that single?
That's correct. So
And that the amount of transactions that tried to pass but didn't was $360,000.
that's right.
As a result of that, this account was assessed $5,600 in fees.
That's right.
My goodness, that's crazy.
Does this exhibit provide you as a forensic accountant any information regarding trend?
Yes. As I mentioned before, I try to understand the chronology of things and so understand kind of what is typical for an account. So when things change, I can understand that a little bit more, or at least seek to find an understanding of it. So if you go down the number of transactions column, what I did is just count up the number of transactions in a particular month, and you can see that for most of the year 2021, you know, it's minimal, de minimis, not really that big of a deal, relatively speaking. And then in October through the end of March, it's a drastic increase in funds that did not clear the bank, or transactions that didn't clear the bank without a fee. And then if you go over to the amount column, that represents the amount. I just added up the transactions, the value of each transaction in each of those months. So like in November and December, those are separate buckets of transactions that she tried to pay without a fee, and that didn't happen. So none of them held in each of those ones.
So let me just pick an example. December. Does this show that in December she had 77 overdraft or non-sufficient fund transactions totaling $91,000?
That's what that says.
And
Yes.
that cost $2,000 in fees.
Yes.
And that upward trend began in October and continued through March.
That's correct.
Did you trace?
So, months leading up to Eric's death, it seems like there was a drastic increase to the overdraft. Remember, Eric died in March 2022.
These overdraft and non-sufficient fund transactions?
I did.
What did she use the money for?
A lot of them were debt payments or expenses that she either paid or attempted to pay to rehab vendors like contractors and subs and trades for her properties.
Did she also try to pay herself?
Yes, she did.
Scott, can I have 5-109 Delta, please?
What was she spending her money on?
Ma'am, do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
Did you prepare it?
I did.
What material did you use to prepare it?
This also drew from that same account at America First, the K. Richards Realty account 6577. And the personal tax for some instances, and then for the Canadian credit union to for revisions.
State moves to admit 5-109 Delta. Is zoom on that, yeah. That kind of left-hand block.
Yeah, it's kind of just I can, so why not kind of a situation.
They are here.
Oh, the winter is killing me. Plus, I made the biggest fucking mistake, and I used the pretty smelling shampoo inside of the shower where I'm been house sitting. Oh, look. We used to cloth diaper Elliot. He used to use cloth diapers. That's my baby. Look at that handsome man. Look at that hammy ham. Oh, there's Elliot and Daddy. Aww. This big old cloth butt. His big old cloth butt. My little baby. Okay. No, I don't want to put any of that highlighter stuff on. Okay.
Oh, credit union.
Accounts that had a balance of
Damn, it should just hit into the negatives.
23rd, 2021 line as an example.
I fed you already.
This showed that on December the 23rd, Corey Richards wrote a check.
Oh yeah, wait a second. Dude, and she bought a $4,000 romantic getaway with her paramour. While being in like financial ruin. I'm actually really curious. I wonder what she spends her money on, like for personal reasons. Besides cheating on her husband.
From her Navy federal account for $10,000, deposited that in America First credit union account. At a time that she was $51 in the hole on her Navy account.
That's correct. She wrote two of those checks. The one for 10,000 and then the next one for 4,000.
Got it. And there was another 10,000 the next day, right?
That's right.
Thanks, Scott.
I don't understand people living above their means. I think she really thought that, like, hey, like I'm in the negatives right now, but let me just wait until this one flip. This one flip is gonna make me a lot of money. And I think that's why when she got the Midway mansion, the giant ass property that she was planning on flipping, which is really fucking crazy and wild to me. That's a huge gamble right there. I think that it was possibly gonna try to, cure all of her financial woes. That and murdering her husband.
That beginning in October, in analyzing the non-sufficient overdraft fund transactions, that beginning in October, there was an increase in the number of overdraft and
The gambler's mindset, yeah, dude. Like I used to watch my mom and her boyfriend just like just go into financial ruin. I mean, they still are. And it's so crazy how people just don't learn from their mistakes. Just continue just spending money that they don't have.
Okay.
My mom had like I don't know what happened. I don't know if the gambling addict started first or if she was trying to gamble so she could pay her debt, which is like not very smart. But yeah, all this right here, this overdraft shit, like taking one account to pay another account, borrowing money from people and all that stuff. Like, oh, this is just like reminiscent of like what we grew up with.
That caused you to then drill down into the October through March bank statements.
I did.
Scott, can I please get 5-29 Delta? Echo.
Kind of want to put on lipstick, but I don't want to put on lipstick.
Golf. Hotel.
I'll let my lips moisturize for a minute. He's at his dad's right now. I share custody.
When you haven't made so much money in your life,
I work more than he does right now. And my job is very physical. So like, it's not like you could just have a kid hanging around. So he's had him more than I have, like, but we've tried to find balance as much as possible. There have been times in our lives where I've had him more. There have been times when his dad is having more. It's just, it all comes out in the wash. We're not like, I have to have him exactly this many hours and on this exact day. We don't do that. We're really good friends. What? Do you want to go outside? I need some water so bad. Do you want to go outside or something? If you want to go out, I can take you out, babe. You just have to ask. I just don't want you to sit there and fuss like that. That's very annoying. Hello, Meow. When that comb dries, we'll do your hair. We'll comb you out. I'm gonna let this, look at that. Got all the mildew off of it. I'm gonna let it sit here and dry. Oh, I was looking at the backside. It didn't get the stains, but it got all the other stuff. This thing was covered in mildew earlier, so I sprayed it down with, what is it called? Hydrogen peroxide. And now it will dry out and won't be gross. And then don't step on that. I don't want you to lick your feet. You're licking your feet. I knew it. Oh no, is this one open already? Oh, no. My baby is 11 years old now. He's a big boy. Yeah, my kiddo is 11 years old now. It's so crazy. You guys can't see it. My husband got me this automatic picture frame for Christmas, and he put all of the pictures that he had on his cell phone from the time Elliot was born until like Christmas of 2025. So I've got all the baby pictures. The ones that are like natural in the moment. Yeah, so that's our goal as parents. We are united when it comes to the goal that whatever is in Elliot's best interest is what we're going to choose to do. So, you want to go outside? Oh, why are you doing that? That hurts. No. Whoa, wait. Dog foods for the boy. Go lay down. Wrong way. Wrong way. Back up. Back up. Okay, run right into everything. That's cool too. What did I just think about? I woke up in the middle of the night, got my spaghetti out of the refrigerator, my to-go spaghetti, and just ate it cold. And I don't even really have much of a memory of it. Different people. The tattoos that you can see for the most part were done by Heather Miranda. She was on a reality TV show. Found that out after I met her. Started getting tattooed by her. She was on one of those tattoo shows. I don't remember which one. kind of feel like I should get a move on. It's friggin' hot in here. The chickens need to be fed. Let's go feed the chickens. Not ready to get. Where's my headphones? Uh-oh. Came home and I took them off. Yeah, there they are. Thank you, Tanaya. Oh, I still haven't done my hair. Okay, chicky doo-doos. Can you guys hear me through my headphones, or are you hearing me through the phone speaker still? Can you hear what I'm saying? Oh, it feels good out here. Hello. Hello, tiny dogs. Someone should maybe come and get these chickens today. Praise Jesus. Hi, Rick. It's early. Oh, the water's going down. Thank God. Hmm? Oh, so they have food? Okay, good. All right, then I won't worry about it. Someone's going to probably come and get them today. Sweet. I don't have to feed the chickens. Look, these chickens. Where are you at? Hey, are you out here? There's dog poop. Dog poop. Hello, Happy McBoyerson. Hello. You're not going to get a treat when I go outside. That's not how it works. Sounds like headphones. Cool, cool. Well, you don't have to understand, Ariana. You don't need to understand. You just have to accept that it exists. You know, it's a counter reality to your own that also exists. Some people live like this because they have no other option. Some people live like this because they don't want the government having any kind of control or whatever over their lives. Some people want to be on the road and travel.
You're not getting cat food. No. Thank you. We're not even going to start. He gave up and rolled over. Hydration. Good morning. I believe you, Bear. Shoot. Oh, this one's actually pretty good. It doesn't have very strong flavor, and it's not like super salty flavored. Thank you. I don't know what your name is because I cannot read Arabic or where's my jewel at? I can't read in the Arabic style. I can't remember what it's called, what the writing is called. Yeah, the British government is definitely no worse than our government. No, the skirt I did make, yes. The vests that I made are in the car. I'll go get the one out of the car, but I'll show you this one that I've got right here. So I made this one. This was the first one that I ever made, and I used orange and red because I had an excess of that color. But I also used the cheap leather from like Walmart, or it's like, hold on, I gotta put my dog out. Actually, we'll just go outside and grab the other vest, and I'll show you that too. Jacket at, hold on. Right here. Let's put on your sweater first. Hold on. You're getting your head through the wrong part. Hold on. Just wait 1 second, please. There we go. Okay. Now, get your head in. Come here, right here. You can't walk away. If you walk away, it's not going to work. There we go. Oh, I need your paw. Good boy. If you could just stop doing like that horse lean thing, that would be just great. Let me see this paw. See your paw, please. There we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus. You don't make this easy, do you? Okay. Okay. Dog's got his jacket on. Do, 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 do. So this other one that I made I used quality materials, and I used raw leather, which I dyed and polished myself. Whereas this one, I used some like leather, it's like fake leather that they sell on the roll at Michael's or whatever. But I went to a place called Tandy, which is like a real leather store. They sell all kinds of leather work stuff. And I bought this big ass roll. I have it under my bed. This big ass roll of leather. So there's this one. It's got suede and fur and just all different types of leathery stuff. And then there's this one. So this has got fur. I hand stitched everything. I added each of the metal bolts. I dyed the leather. So I stained the leather myself. And then the scarab is made out of suede. And that he's all suede, I think. This is the only bit of fur. And then the front of it is like a patchwork. Like that. I mean, it's a fucking badass vest. And I like vests that are cut like this. So I made it, similar. And you can loosen up the sides. You can, all that shit. But hello. I became obsessed with leather work a couple years ago. But yeah, so this right here, this leather is just the fake stuff from Walmart. And then this is the real stuff. You see the difference? This is like more softer and it's got more of a plastic look. This will soften up over time. And I have a big bin underneath my bed of like a bunch of half-made vests. Like I just quit one day. I just didn't want to do it anymore. No, I don't make things to sell. In order to make money doing anything like that, you have to be known as the thing. So it's like you have to have a niche that you are just that girl that does just that. I can't do that. I like to do too many things. So and my interests change. Let me ask Adam. Hey Adam, do you know anyone or do you have anywhere a scythe? Like the long-handled scythe? No, there's sickles and then there's scythes. A sickle is the handheld, yeah. Yeah, for long grass. Okay, yeah, well, they are both handheld, but the long-handled one, yeah, that's what I want. Oh my God, if you do, can I borrow it until I buy one? I'm gonna use it at work. Yeah, for all the things. Instead of weed eating. No way, dude. If you have one, I will shit myself. Dude, Amy might have one. Dude, Amy might have one here at the house right now. A scythe. Hello. Hello. You're knocking everything down. Please stop. What do you want? I'll feed you. Anything. Just stop. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I really hope she does. That'd be so cool. So anyway, yeah, I don't want for a costume though. I want one for actually cutting grass. And like, I mean, shit, I could cut grass in this. Anyway, I'm excited. Oh, thanks you, Midnight Prayers. That's very sweet. I think that it's important for us to all be our actual true selves. Doesn't matter if like people make you feel embarrassed. Don't be. Lean into the cringe and be your most awkward self. I literally wrote a book about it, about leaning into the cringe, because, like I said, I have a lot of interests. So you too, lean into the cringe, embrace vulnerability, overcome fear, and grow. Don't let yourself be boxed in by fears, worries, concerns, unsuredness. Just like move through the world like you know what you're doing. FYI, none of us do. Nobody knows what they're doing. We're all just doing, like, literally every single thing that you are all doing is the first time you've ever done that on this day, because there's never been a day like today has never happened before. So every single thing you're doing at any given moment is the first time for you, even if it's a repetition, because it's a new day, it's a new time, it's the world is moving forward. So we're all just trying to figure this shit out. Whatever, I'm trying to think on the fly, and I'm also doing other things. But I guess if you want to be so small-minded and critique like the word I used, instead of just going like, oh, I totally get what she means. Maybe she has a hard time with articulation. That's called giving people grace. You don't have to, you only take what matters. When you're listening to someone tell you stuff, you don't have to eat everything they say up. You could go, oh, well, that part I can relate to. I don't really, not so much that part, but that part I relate to. So that's on you. I don't know where to put my phone right now. I guess I better just start moving towards the door in general. I've got my sweater. My spirit is pretty. No, my body is pretty today because I decided to. My spirit never changes. All right. I've got the concerned mom move down. I don't know where my glasses are. I need to go to the eye doctor. I wonder if I could do a walk-in eye doctor appointment. Can you do that? Can you just like walk in to an eye doctor at Walmart? Do you need an appointment? Yeah, well, that's what people do. People who don't want to grow, who are just like content being miserable, and they're going to look for things to make it so they don't like what you're doing or what you're saying. You know, it's kind of like when you buy a yellow car and then all of a sudden all you see on the road is yellow cars. You know, it's what's familiar to you, what you're constantly thinking of and existing in, putting out into the world. You're going to see a lot. You're going to get that back. You reap what you sow, and you get what you give. I mean, that's really, really, really true. If I look for things to be upset about, I'm absolutely going to find them, which is why I choose to look for things to be excited about. I look to turn things into whimsical, joyful experiences. I've got to go to the store. Well, then I'm going to hop on my trusty steed and take a freaking adventure to the local Mart of Walls. And then I'm going to fetch the items I need from that good vendor. You know, you just got to do what you got to do to be happy. And that's all that matters. Like, just Become comfortable being uncomfortable, because the world is 99% discomfort and maybe like 0.5% of joy and 0.5% of contentedness and comfort. So you have to find your own way to be content and comfortable. All right, I gotta take this thing off of him. I got a hair in my eye. It's tobacco vapor. That's it. What is that? All right, I think I'm just gonna braid my hair. Yeah, I don't do any of the flavory things. I don't want to. I'm not doing it for the flavor or the nicotine. I'm doing it for the flavor, but specifically, all I care about is the fresh tobacco flavor. That's what I want, because fresh tobacco, it's a long story, but I have a stomach issue where it's my stomach and my nose. I have a very strong sense of smell, and I have synesthesia, which manifests for me as I see like visuals when I smell things. Some people hear music or see music. Some people like see colors when they hear people's names. Like it just depends on what center of your brain the brain chose to rewire itself in. Mine was through my scent receptor area or whatever. The part of my brain that does scent and taste or whatever. Smell and taste. So anyway, because of that, I've already had all my life I've had a very strong sense of smell, and I've always had kind of a weak stomach. So that kind of just came with the package. It was just kind of like an extra irony that now I have extra strong smelling powers. But anyway, so if I don't have like a bowl of, like in a perfume store, how they have the bowls of coffee beans so that you can like reset your sniffer after each time you smell a new perfume. So that way your brain isn't getting all cloyed up with the perfume smell. Well, Jewel specifically, it is like fresh, drying tobacco leaf. That's what it smells like. And every time I start to feel nauseated, if I smell this or hit it, it literally takes it away. I don't want the nicotine. I don't want the nicotine at all. I just want the effect of the fresh tobacco smell taking away. If I could find a sniffer that had that same thing, I'd be happy with that. Something that I could just smell that wouldn't be like upsetting in and of itself. And then if I don't do cannabis, I can't eat. And I lose weight really quickly. I lose muscle. And so, unfortunately, the system that I found that works the best is specifically a Juul, the regular plain Juul, and just a plain green medicine. No flavors, no added. I get live resin or live rosin. I do not get any of the I don't get distillate. I don't get extracts that are like flavors are added and stuff like that. I don't get any, there's no added terpenes or anything like that. It's just you squished it out of the weed and then put it in a little tube. All right, it's that time. I gotta go.
is a mess. This is got to go over here. Put my jewel back together. And if I keep these two together, I don't lose my jewel. I used to have to keep my jewel wrapped around on a lanyard around my neck so I didn't lose it. Well, I don't smoke wax or dabs because I don't like the act of smoking it. It feels illicit and I don't like it. I don't want to like feel like I'm smoking crack or meth or something every time I want to get a little stoned. It's easier if I'm just at work and I just go and continue doing my job or continue like trying to exist in the world. Leave one ear off for now since I'm not using the microphone. I wonder what it would look like to put eyelashes or mascara on my bottom eyelashes. My bottom eyelashes are very long. And so whenever I put mascara on the bottom lashes, my eyes look like Venus flytraps. And so it's just like very overstimulating. So I don't do it usually. Why am I so cute today? I put on makeup today. So you remember I was saying this a while ago, the reason why I use henna on my hair. My hair is naturally clear blonde. You can see my roots, my blonde roots growing out. My eyebrows, my eyelashes, my armpit hair, I am blonde, clear blonde all over my body. There's not a dark hair on my body. I might have like one random red hair here and there, but 99% I'm just a clear blonde. That's what color my hair is. And so because I am a clear blonde, I have platinum blonde hair and I have very pale skin, I look completely washed out. Like you can't tell like where my eyebrows are, where my eyelashes are. And so it just makes my face look very blank, you know? And so once I put a tiny little bit of like color on my lashes and on my eyebrows, it makes my face actually show. So that's why that's why like I don't care about looking ugly on the internet. I know I'm not fucking ugly. I know I'm a very attractive woman. I exist in the world, you know. I know what people's, you know, I know. I'm very well aware. But I'm not out here trying to like attract anyone. I'm not trying to attract any attention. I'm just trying to exist and just move through the world as peacefully as I can without someone just looking at me and being like, you know what? That woman is so hot. Let me just take her. You know, I'm just not interested in being attractive to the majority of men. So I have gone out of my way to uglify myself. Good, user. Thank the Lord. It's the goal. That is the goal. Need to put on my purse. Where's my knife? There it is.
So glad that I noticed that. I'm going to open another window. This one. All right. Some airflow, but not behind the dog, because if there's airflow behind the dog, he might decide to try to jump out the window. All right. Oh my God, did she find it? Coming! Oh, damn, she found it. It's a sickle. Sweet, that thing's cool. If you can find one with the long stick, that's what I'm looking for. I'll use it. I'm gonna borrow this, but I want one with the long stick that I can cut like tons of grass at one time. Huh? Sorry. I mean, no, if you happen to see one or like whatever, I'm looking to buy one. I'll spend as much as $150 on a really good one. I'll put this in my car. Oh, I need my shoes. See, blonde hair. Come around the door area so I can see. Sorry, I'm sitting on the floor.
So because I made this,
Mm-hmm.
it works. I made it just like a golf club,
Yeah.
and you want to hit it on both the front and back swing. The back swing very important, and because I made it, the screws get a little loose.
Loose. Okay.
And damn it, that nut is all on. But it just needs to be tightened down a little bit. And this is what I would use to hack down the dry desert crap in Arizona without hooking rock with people. Every once in a while it'll hit and you'll see a spark. It's insane.
Yeah, on a rock. I'll be in grassy areas only, so no rocks. Okay, I'm gonna head out. If you want, you could just leave it by the front door. So do you remember I was talking about the drug addict yesterday in the car? That's her. And like what I was saying, if I have to live in proximity to someone who is an addict, I'm so grateful that it's someone like her who, at the end of the day, she is truly a good person. She's just been through a really hard time and life has really shit on her. And yeah, she makes bad choices. Like, that's facts. But her choices are based on trauma. She's making choices to try to avoid pain. And I understand it. I may not agree with it. It may not be something that I would want for myself. But I, at the very least, can understand why she's choosing to do what she does with her life. It's her choice. It's her life. I can't make anyone do anything. But it's been a blessing to have an up close view of that type of lifestyle without having to be a part of that lifestyle. So I have an understanding, and it helps me to have more empathy and give people grace. Oh, am I going to trip over my shoelaces and they somewhere in my skirt? I might should fold my socks down. Spit on myself. Sorry about that. Okay. What she has is not really what I'm looking for. The sickle I could probably utilize. What do I do with it? The sickle I'm going to be able to utilize for sure, but I need turn my heat off. Heat is off. Got my jewel. Got my keys. Got my wallet. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Camera keeps alerting me that someone's at my door. Close the gas. How rude. Y'all ain't supposed to be using that brake like that. You're not supposed to use your Jake brake here. It's a people's fucking place of life. All right. Outfit check. Why is the camera flipped around? That's weird. Outfit check. Yep. Super cute. Just like always. This is like my uniform. The only thing that is an alternative piece of clothing is like my shirt. I might wear a tight long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt. Uh-oh. Fuck me. Text Grandpa Josh. So the truck just didn't want to start again. ... We have to get that idle controller changed out today. Nope, I don't regret a single thing I've ever done in my entire life. I have absolutely no regrets. Not a single solitary one. Everything that I've ever done has led me to become the person that I am today, and I am like there's a reason why that trolling on the internet doesn't bother me like literally at all, and it's because I have a lot of confidence in myself, and it's not because I'm just like, "Oh, I'm so hot." I'm just like, "Oh, no." I have accomplished every single one of the goals I have ever set for myself in life. Big crazy ones like buy property, live in a school bus, travel the country. Like I have accomplished a lot of these things. Anything that I've ever really set out to accomplish, things I half-ass, maybe I do, maybe I don't. But the things that I truly set my mind up about, and like I am actively seeking and I will get it. I know it because I can do anything I set my mind to. And I believe in myself because of the history I have with myself. I know what I'm capable of, and I know the things that have happened to me, the spiritual things that I've experienced. Nobody could ever take that away. No one could ever gaslight me into thinking that it wasn't real or it didn't happen. So that's why, that's why I wrote the book about leaning into the cringe, because it starts with not being afraid to embarrass yourself. If you can move through the world without like sweet sweet if you put it by the front door or just underneath the bus if you don't want it to get rained on or anything like that.
It's been sitting out in front of the bus. The
Okay.
whole time, but just make sure that you have the right size wrench and a flathead screwdriver so you can tighten it, because as you use it, it will fit.
Okay, thank you, Amy. I'm excited. I go back on Thursday. The because it's got the ridges, you can sharpen it with a chainsaw sharpener. Just let my car warm up. Discomfort is a good thing. Discomfort means growth is happening. Well, that definitely has a lot to do with it. Age, growing up has a lot to do with it, that's for sure. But so the thing is the goal is to teach the young people how to accomplish the not giving a fuck about being embarrassed or what people think as early as possible. So that way they don't suffer through a life of awkward misery, and they don't limit the things they can do with them. So I did not become who I am until I was like 35. And, no one was there to teach me how to come out of my shell. I homeschooled. Okay. So, like, when I tell you I was so shy, I had to homeschool because I cried like every day in elementary school. I didn't want to be perceived. When someone would perceive me, I would freak out and I would cry and I wouldn't work. I didn't do my schoolwork. I got sent to the principal's office, and I didn't get sent to the principal's office because I was behaving badly. It's because I would not do anything. I just wouldn't do anything. Or I would cry, and I'd go to the principal's office because I was crying. Like, so I homeschooled. I started, you know, like I was so shy. I was the most shy person on the fucking planet. And then I homeschooled. Okay. I had like agoraphobia. I couldn't be around people. I thought honestly that even up until as recently as a couple of months ago, I thought that I still had a little bit of that agoraphobia, and that anytime there was more than 3 people in a room, I gotta go. I gotta go. But what I realized is actually that's all. I'm not awkward or shy in public or whatever. It's not the case. What it is my discernment. My discernment starts kicking in, and like it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I got to get the fuck out of Dodge. Five 7:30. I'm separated. All right, I gotta go. We're gonna go look at a house this afternoon too. It's a little bit out of our price range, but it's like perfect timing. So I'm gonna go look at it and see. I just got makeup on. All right, I'll see you guys later. I love you, and lean into the cringe. Don't let embarrassment hold you back. Bye.